Hey guys, welcome back to another review. Today we're going old school Bowen designs. This is one of my favorite pieces. It's the Thor spinning hammer. Uh, and I had done a somewhat spinning hammer with XM before, but this piece just blows the other one away, as you can see. Usually we can go back to the beginning, do a semi unboxing, but unfortunately today there isn't much unboxing because I have this piece on display, and the box is somewhere buried deep in the back of my basement. So unfortunately, I can't seem to dig it out with all of the big XM boxes. We'll somewhat do a reverse assembling. Okay, there isn't much to assemble. It's just that he's got a spinning hammer and a regular hammer and a sword. That's it. But this piece is very good. So I guess stay tuned, and we'll do the reverse assembling, and then we'll see what this piece is all about. Okay, guys, when you get this Thor piece, it comes in 5 different parts. So obviously, you get the base, and then you get the regular arm with the non-hammer spinning, the spinning hammer, and then of course you get the sword. Okay, and then of course you get this separate piece. There's no assembling required. It's just one solid piece. The cape doesn't even come out. Okay, there's no head to switch out, as you can see. And then it's a one pegger that will go into here. Okay, so what I will do is, I guess I can show you the assembling part. Uh, it's a peg, there's no magnet. I guess this was done before the days of magnets. Okay, so that's basically it. Pretty simple to assemble. And then the other thing you want to do is the sword right here. Right. So there's a slot. Let me see, where is it? Oh, there's a slot right here. Oops, sorry about that. And then all you're going to do is assemble or just stick it in there. Okay. And then you get two hammers, or two hands. One is the regular one, as you can see. Okay, and I don't think anybody's going to display this hammer. And then of course, you get the semi mixed media. That's a leather strap with a metal ring. So it's a metal rod. So what you're going to do is you're just going to stick it in here. Whoops. Looks like he's breaking his hands. So I think that is it. Yep. So this is the regular one, and it looks pretty good. Although the spinning hammer will be the one that everybody plays with. Okay. And then the other one you get is the spinning hammer. This was the first one ever done. This is, of course, sculpted by the main man himself, Bowen, Brandy Bowen. So let me give you a 360 on this, and then we'll switch out for the real, the real display that we're going to do. Okay, so this is the 360 for the regular hammer. And this piece is about 1/6 scale. So, it looks really small compared to all of the quarter scales that I've been doing. But I see there's going to be a trend that, flow back to, I guess, 1/6 scale because of the cost and the room or the space. Okay. So let's have a closer look at this. Okay, so we're doing a close-up of the hammer without it spinning. Okay, and this is a nice touch with the leather strap. As you can see, it fits well. And then this being a 1/6 scale, You're not going to get a lot of details like the quarter scale one. And let me zoom in to get you a closer look at this face. Okay, so it's not bad, right? The teeth aren't very detailed, and that's okay. But that's why I guess people prefer the bigger scale. And then you get the base. Alright, sorry about that, guys. The battery went out on me, so I needed to change to a new battery pack. Okay, so anyway, we can do a closer look. Sorry, a closer look. Um, Basically, the base is really nice. You've got like a giant, maybe a frost giant skull there. It's got nice, I guess, purple hues, if you can see that on the video, where his eye socket would be. And then spinning around, you have a mace there, um, a maw of some creature, I guess. That's part of the jaw, and then it's got like the rock, and then you have some wood plank here, and of course you have the shield. Um, Looks like it might be a Valkyrie shield. And then turn around, you have a skull, a human skull, and then you have that sword that you can put in, and then with rock. So the base is really done well. It's thematic. And then and if you notice this thing right here, I don't know if you can see it on camera. It's RB, Ramsey Bowen. He puts his initial signature somewhere on all of his sculpt. Okay. And then you get the nice flowing cape that's sculpted on. So there's no attachment or anything like that. And it's detailed enough. Sorry, it's a little bit dusty. Even with this covered up, during the day when I'm not home, dust still gets in. Okay, and then you get the, just an oval base. And working our way up to Thor, it's nicely done, sculpted. I think it looks like the cape might have been attached from the factory, if you see back there. It's not really sculpted on, so you're not attaching it afterwards or anything like that. Okay, so that's with the regular hammer. And then let's have a closer look at his face. Oops, sorry about that. The camera's not focusing. So it's nice, nicely done. Okay, so let's get the real display on with the spinning hammer. That's what I think 99% of the collectors are going to display it with. Okay, so the right arm with the hammer is out. Now we're going to do the spinning hammer. Okay, it's some form of translucent resin, as you can see. So it's done nice. I mean, it looks kind of weird like this, but then when you have it displayed, especially if you have light source in the back, it looks really, really nice. And of course you have a pig, so there's no magnet or anything. Okay, so it slips in just like that. And then taking it back. So if you have light in the background somewhere, or up on top coming down, this thing looks really good, as you can see. So this one was done really well, and Randy Bowen's awesome with the Thor sculpting. I wish he would do something like quarter scale on this. I'd definitely buy it again. Cape's just nice. And then going around back, that's what it looks like. Okay. So while it's a 1/6 scale, it does take up a little bit of space because of the cape. And of course the hammer makes him, I guess, higher than he should be. And overall it's pretty stable. And let's have a closer look. It's done well enough. And then, like I said, you need some sort of lighting to get the most out of this. and you can see, you know, it goes from dark and light, some grayish color, and then you got the base. Okay, so let me take it out. We'll do a 360 real quick with this, and then we will go to the final scorecard. Okay guys, 360 time with the spinning hammer. Okay, as you can see, this is very well done. And I can't believe this one actually came to fruition back in the days when they first showed off the concept. So I was very happy that they actually made this piece. Okay, so let's go to the final scorecard, and then that's just badass right there. That's how I would display it. He's coming at you. And if you display this on a higher point in the display room, it's really nice. Okay, so let's go to the final scorecard. The first category we have is sculpting. As you can see, this thing is just awesome. Okay, it's an action pose, which is preferred over museum or standing around pose, and then the sitting down pose. Okay, sitting down is like the worst pose, but it works for some characters, while others don't. But the action pose will work for most characters. As you can see, there's nothing wrong with the sculpting except one thing if you haven't noticed yet. You know, details aside, being a 1/6 scale, you get some details, but not as much as say 1/4 or even 1/3 scale. But my only issue with this is his left bicep. When you know a person's arm is stretched out, the bicep wouldn't pop like this. Okay, so I think there's the sculpting. I guess I wouldn't say an error, but could be done better because this thing, you know, if he's making a muscle like this, right? So you can see, you know, the bicep popping when his arm is in, but when somebody's arm is stretched, this part should not be popping. It should be, you know, in maybe down with that part, okay? As you can see, it should be like that instead. So other than that, I think the rest is fine, given it is a 1/6 scale. So for the score, I would give this a 9.5. I have to take a penalty for this. Okay. So other than that, the sculpting is nice. You can see the base. It's very detailed even for a 1/6 scale. Okay. Nothing else wrong with it. Even both hammers are nice. Okay, our next category is fit and finish. This one I've had it displayed for a while, so you know it's got dust on it. But originally, the paint is nice. You know, when you look at the skull, you can see the dark purple hues. It's shaded very nicely. You know, it's gray base, but then you have like this bronze shield and everything. However, there are some stuff like this right here. It's just not finished. Okay. Sorry. Right here, it's got some blue underneath. So, and then right where the belt is, it's you know it's kind of like not. I think it's too small. That's the issue for the painter. So other than that, I don't have any other issues. Everything comes through fine. Oh yeah, yeah. Also on his legs, this part is not shaded, you know. So and this part, so it looks kind of weird. So definitely they needed shading. Okay. So other than that, I would say the fit and finish is 8.5 out of 10. Just because some are just missed detail and then shading, and I got that. But that's just random stuff. Okay. So the next category we have after this is let's go with source material. So when you look at this, you know it's Thor. There's no disputing it. Okay. And being that the classic, now I know Thor's got a new costume and everything, but I like this classic costume. So, you know, no dispute here. So we're going to give this a 10 out of 10 for source material. Okay. And then the next category we have is art direction. This is nice. This is an action piece, as you can see. So you can match this up with other action pieces. So art direction wise, and he's on thematic, your base, and it's apt for this character. So art direction, even with the wind blowing and everything, with his spinning hammer with the cape blowing, 10 out of 10. Okay. All right, so we're now down to our last category is accessories. This includes how many switch outs and of course the base. You only get 2 switch outs. That's understandable. This is a 1/6 scale, and of course the base is really nice. It's very thematic, as you can see for Thor. It's very well done. The only thing I don't like about that base is it's hollow. Okay, so when you pick it up, it's very light, but I understand, it keeps the cost down for shipping, and you wouldn't notice it looking at this. Okay, so for accessories, being taking into consideration the 1/6 scale, so I would give this a 9.5 out of 10. I don't know what other accessories that you can get. Maybe switch out non-screaming head or something, but that's too much for 1/6 scale. Okay, so overall score, I would give this Thor a. I like it. It's one of my favorite statues. A 9.5 out of 10. Maybe they could have done the bicep a little bit better. That's too much pop. Some shadings on the legs, and then other than that, it's very good. Okay, one of my favorite, and I think it's gonna be. Well, I know this is the top 5 statues ever made. Okay, so it's nice, and if they ever do a quarter scale of this, I would buy again. Okay, so thanks for watching, and then we'll see you next time. I think I'll do Kellogg, the Shiar bodyguard. Okay, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you around.